Hello, welcome back. A little bit of a boring topic if you ask me, but I think it's important to help you guys a little bit with the differences between who, whom, and whose. Now, who and whom can be a little bit tricky, even to native speakers. So you will hear native speakers using who all the time, as opposed to taking turns, between who and whom, simply because they don't really know how to use whom and they're not comfortable with it. But I do have one thing that I believe is going to help you because it really helped me. And although we hear lots of native speakers using who only, I like to pay attention to how native speakers speak. And I noticed that the very well-spoken native speaker of English will use whom. And that is the English that I want to have. And that is the English that I strive for. Strive for means that I work for, that I really want to have in the future. So I'm trying to use whom as much as I can. And it is a word that, if you understand what I'm about to explain to you here, you'll be able to use it too. Think about who as the active one. So who is referring to a person in the sentence who's doing something. For example, this is my friend who works at the bank. So you're saying the friend works, right? That's an action. When you work, it's an action. It's connected to a verb, right? I told you it was grammar, sorry. I'm really sorry, but I have to. And you're referring to this friend, which is a person, so then you use who. And because it's active, it's related to an action, works, we use who. That's the reason. Now, whom, on the other hand, we use when the person in the sentence, the person that we're talking about in the sentence, is passive, is not doing anything. So the person is there, but it's not connected to any action at all. For example, this is my friend whom I told you about. Yeah? This is my friend whom I told you about. Because I told you about the friend. So the friend in the sentence is not doing anything. There is no action connected to this friend in that sentence, in which case we use whom. Yeah, so it's as simple as that. When you understand that, I think it makes it a lot easier to use. Whose, on the other hand, is about something that is a possession. Yeah? So, for example, if I find, oh, my phone is not here, but if I enter a restaurant and there's a phone on the table and it's not mine, and I don't know whose phone it is, I will probably get the waiter and say, oh, hi there, I found this phone that's been left on the table. I don't know whose it is. It means I don't know who the phone belongs to. So it's about a possession, see? So the phone belongs to somebody. It's always a possession, isn't it? You have a phone. And that's the reason why we say whose. I don't know whose phone it is. The word whose as well is very beautiful. It's a word that, well-spoken native speakers will use, because you can say the same thing without using whose if you just change your sentence. So a native speaker who is not the best spoken person in the world will probably choose to rephrase the sentence in order to avoid using the word whose. You, however, I'm sure, is going to try your best to insert whose into your life. Am I right? Yeah. It's not hard to use. It's just about getting your head around it and listening carefully to native speakers who are well spoken and seeing how they're using this word. Let me give you another example. Somebody just parked outside my house and I don't really know whose car it is. Somebody just parked outside my house and I don't really know whose car it is. I could say, I don't know who has that car. Yeah. Or I don't know who it was. Yeah, of course. But if you're going to talk about the car belonging to a person, then you're going to use whose, you know. So if you're Brazilian like myself, this can be a little bit confusing to you because in our language, it's not just one word. So whose is not translated into one single word. Whose is translated as two words. So that can be a little bit confusing, yeah? So be careful there so you're not stressing. And that's one of the reasons why I always say to you guys, translating can help if you do it right. If you don't know how to translate, it's going to limit you. It's going to stop you from using words because you can't find one single word to translate that specific thing. So be careful. But I really hope this video has helped you and has somehow made it a little bit clearer for you. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye.